Hello, hello, and welcome, everyone. I am your host and one of the producers of the LizyT Show. How are you doing? It is Sunday, and I know some of you say, Lizzie, what's going on? You don't usually do weekend show. But we've been having so many requests of incredible people, incredible story, incredible entrepreneurs and authors, and the list goes on. So we don't have time. So what we have to do is add up an extra day. And remember, this month also is Woman on Fire season. And some of you that don't know, let me give you a little bit of background. Woman on Fire is organization here in Canada that has been created by Allison Harvey, which recognizes women from all over the world. I guess our guest that is coming up right now doesn't know about Woman on Fire now. Maybe she getting involved. She will able to be involved for next year. It is happening. I will show you guys. It's happening on April the 22nd and 23rd, where women from all walks of life, whether they're doing things in the community, whether there are uh, business owners, or whether they are a singer songwriter, and they are not being recognized by the regular media or the regular platforms here on Woman on Fire. They get recognized. And so, again, I will be sponsoring this incredible event, and I can't wait for those days. There's 2 days. The last day is a gala where we all get dressed like $1 million, just like last time. And yeah, we will need a makeup artist. Hmm, that's what this show is all about. She is from Texas, Houston, Texas, and I'm very, very proud. I've been referred to her by our brother in Christ, and he is an incredible person. And I'm so happy to get to know Jay, as you can see here on the screen. So let's get started, everyone. I mean, let's get started. It is Sunday, and I know a lot of you have things to do. Don't worry, this will be recorded. We will be talking to Jaie Williams. She is a makeup artist from Houston, Texas. She is specializes in natural and clean makeup application for every woman, as well as her celebrity clients. Wow, we have a celebrity with us right now. She is all about private makeup application classes with 8 years experience. That's a lot. How can she has 8 year experience? She's amazing. She looks so young. She is a makeup industry as well. Pediatric clients, and my goodness, her repertoire is incredible. We can go on here. Her editorial TV editorial, book of John Gray on TV, Rain Dance Company, and the list goes on. She is also a philanthropist and a humanitarian, and she is a March baby too. She celebrated her birthday last week, so happy last Friday rather. So happy birthday. She has received many awards in 2021. She is the co-host of the Boost Up Houston TV show. In 2021, she also had participated of reality check with the Adolph TV show, and the list goes on. She's been doing stuff since the beginning of 2018, and she keeps going. She has magazines. She's appeared in many television and magazines, and now here in Canada. Wow, I can't wait to meet her, and maybe she can be on Woman on Fire next year in person. You never know. I am so happy to have her here and tell us about her incredible career, her incredible story. But let's welcome her to the stage with a wonderful round of applause. Hello, hello, beautiful, and welcome to Canada virtually to the LizyT
Wow.
Show. You look amazing as
Thank
always. I
you.
mean, your social media is radiant. You have one of the best pages that I've seen. I love your look. I love the red, powerful, which combines with this month theme, Woman on Fire. So it's incredible. One of the things, Jay, I want to find out from you that glamorous, makeup, all those things were
Mhm.
always part of your life or started later on and you actually had another career that you decided to, I don't know, come up to life. Tell us a little bit about how this incredible life of yours started.
Well, first, Lizzie T, thank you so much for having me. I'm so excited.
Pleasure.
I'm honored, okay, to be here. And yes, the red was intentional, Woman on Fire. I love that. So I'm Jaie Williams. I am from Houston, Texas, and I'm a makeup artist in Houston. To answer your question regarding my journey, I actually have always loved makeup. So my mother is one of seven females in my grand on my mother's side, and as a child, I used to watch my mom and my aunts glam up, right? They would get ready for work or to go out for a night on the town. My mom's younger sisters when I was a kid, and I was just amazed by that. So in school, I decided to take cosmetology because I wanted to understand everything about it, everything glamorous. I mean, if you saw my childhood pictures, you would understand. I loved makeup from the beginning. Of course, my mother was super strict, so she didn't allow me to wear makeup until I was 16. But when I turned 16, it was on. It was just something that I absolutely loved. And I had an opportunity, I have had over the years, like after high school, college, I had an opportunity to do a couple of weddings. People just loved my look and they wanted me to do their makeup. So of course I would do it. And then I had gotten so many requests to do makeup that I decided to turn it into a business. It was actually suggested, and because to me, I love to see, I feel like you feel good from the inside out, but when you put on your makeup, like when you get out of bed, you look away, right? But when you put on makeup and you put your clothes on, you feel good. And that was what was important to me. I love everything about it. Skincare is super important to me. And that's a part of it as well. But for me, it was more so, just loving to see women and men love makeup. I mean, they love the way they look. I mean, your whole attitude changes. You get more confident, you feel more polished, and you feel like you can do anything. And so for me, that was one of the deciding factors for me to continue in this journey in the makeup business. But then I was also introduced to some celebrities through my daughter who happened to work for a person and they introduced me to some celebrities and it just kind of the referrals just started coming. And so I've had some amazing opportunities to work with some great people. And as you mentioned on my bio, I worked on the book of John Gray with the OWN TV network as the makeup artist for him and his wife. I also got to work with Michelle Williams, who is a former member of Destiny's Child. And there's a list of several other people that I've had an opportunity to work with. And it's just been amazing. And it honestly, I'm a Christian woman. So it has honestly turned into a ministry also, because like I said, I mean, I'm of a certain age. I'm a mother of two adult children. I have a grandson, a wife. I'm a husband, excuse me. I am a wife to my husband. And it's so rewarding to me to be able to help women feel great about themselves. And I do believe it's my purpose, and I do it through makeup. While I'm working on my clients, I'm talking to them, they're telling me what's going on with them, and we just share. And it's super rewarding. And being a Christian woman, I enjoy advising them from a Christian perspective if they're open to it. But yeah, it's just been an amazing journey for me. I love it, everything about it.
Wow, it looks like it's so much fun. Doesn't feel like it is work at all. Feels like you're just get up, go, and let's have fun. And I obviously seeing the result of women that probably didn't have so much confidence by you applying this extra layer, which is very, very simple. I've looked at your website and it's not overwhelming. It's just it re-enhances all
Exactly.
that particular woman already have. One of the things that you touched that I loved, and I'm glad that you brought this as a segue, that as a Christian woman myself, what would you say, and working with celebrity sometimes
Mhm.
like myself as well, what would you say are the boundaries for you not to get part of the world, let's put it this way, because it's very tempted when you get and we'll all have all sorts of different kinds of temptations in life, especially being a Christian, that an offer that it seemed very, very attractive might lead to you stepping away or you getting farther from our true calling, which is to serve
Mhm.
as a Christian, and to be able to share, as you said, with some people, and witness to some people. So, what would you say you use it yourself to protect yourself, your spiritual life, your professional life, not to get mixed with things of the world?
So I'm glad you asked that question because it is a real challenge.
Yes.
However, I'm just not willing to compromise. So I have been requested to do makeup for certain celebrities and people, and if it doesn't feel right, I just won't. I will politely decline, or and just move forward. I don't believe all money's good money. I'm not in it necessarily for the money. It is a business for me. However, there are boundaries that I have that I'm just not willing to compromise. I have, like I said, I'm a mother. I'm a Christian woman first, and I have a grandson. I don't want to ever do anything that's going to compromise me or my family, my beliefs. No, I'm just not interested in doing anything that is going to make me regret that I said yes, all because I'm getting paid or all because I get to do this specific person. I'm just not willing to do that. So for me, my Christianity, my walk with Christ is the most important thing to me. And I can't be, he's brought me here. He brought me this opportunity. He gave me the gifts and talents to do what I love to do. And I wouldn't compromise that. I don't take that for granted. So that's just how I feel
I'm
about that.
so I'm so glad that you're sharing that, because sometimes I do interviews with Christians, and their answer is, "Well, it depends," and I'm worried. And
Mhm.
one of the things that I live by, "What shall it profit a man to gain the whole world and lose his soul?" So we're here for a short period of time.
Right.
80, 70, 100. My mom is 81. So which also celebrated her birthday on March the 8th. She's also a March baby.
Oh, wow.
And and we for us to be able to lose our salvation for
Mhm.
something temporary, it's
Right.
not worth it. Not
At
worth
all.
it. And you know what? The Lord God knows your heart. And because you have those standards and those boundaries in your spiritual life and your professional life, I can guarantee you, and you probably can testify to that, you are being blessed triple, quadruple, because you not only are a business person, you have product. I've seen that on, we were going to talk a little bit and show you that on Amazon. You also are a humanitarian. So you're able to give. Let's talk about that. How did you get involved with philanthropism and humanitarianism to be able to share with others? That is very, when I read that, I was like very interested. Tell us about that.
So, being, as you said, a person of service, I do feel like there's a responsibility there. And as a Christian, and it's just something that's always been near and dear to my heart. So, I've had an opportunity to just like donate my services to St. Jude's, Gala of Hope. I've also worked with Project Houston and just donated services for young girls who are going to prom and they don't have a makeup artist, or they want to feel beautiful too, right? And I've also worked with the American Heart Association. My son has enlarged vestibular aqueduct syndrome, which is an inner ear deficiency, and so which he was diagnosed at 11 years old, which means his hearing over time would go away, and there's no cure. Now, I don't believe that because I do believe in miracles, but according to science up to date, there has been no cure. And my son has since lost his hearing and battles with depression. So I am a part of VITA, which is the vestibular uh, um, it is a organization where I actually am an ambassador, and I talk to parents who go through it, because going through that with my son, he's 31 now, but going through that with him and just trying to understand, being a mom, it's hard to understand and actually hear what your kids are understand truly what they're going through. You see them, you kind of understand, but you don't really get it all the time. I understand that completely. And so I work with the parents. I have an opportunity to just talk to the parents from that perspective. And so for that, I've had a lot of opportunities to volunteer, and I just do it because, like I said, I do believe that that's my purpose. I believe that that's a part of my ministry, and that's my walk, and that's what God has for me. And if I can do anything to help someone, that's all I want to do. And there's no question about it. Like I said, I'm about boundaries and not compromising my Christianity, but I'm definitely willing to help people if I can help them. Almost to a fault sometimes, but in the instance of philanthropy and as a humanitarian, it's just I have worked with me. I did the turkey trot here in Houston. I have worked with the homeless. It's the list goes on. And I don't do it for accolades. Honestly, I do it because I do believe that it's a part of my purpose. So, yeah.
One of the things about a true business owner, a true entrepreneur, and plus a believer, we notice that it is very important for us to give back because we receive so much. If we start looking at everything we receive, the breath and the that we are able to, the air that we're able to breathe, the skies, the leg that we have to walk. I can go here on and on and on. And so for us to be able to serve and give back is imperative. Nothing is ours. Everything is given to us, bore for a short period of time, as I mentioned earlier, and to give back. And especially that you have a close connection because of your son. So you want to be able to reciprocate and help others with that. I love it. Jaie, this is incredible.
Thank you.
So let's talk about your products. First of all, I don't want to forget because time goes by really, really quickly here. So website, where can people find you and get in touch with you, especially in Texas, Houston, Texas, but you have also tutorials and things that you do online as well. So share your social media or your website, and let's talk about things that you do online.
Okay, so I can be found on Instagram at Gorgeous Jaie, and that's GORJIZZ_JAIE, and then that just basically gives you I'm somewhat of an influencer, and I actually showcase pretty much everything that is amazing in all my experiences, the Jaie Williams experience. And then my business Instagram is all made up by Jaie. You can find them on my Linktree website at linktr.ee/JAIE Williams. And I do like classes if you want to reach out to me to learn, I'm all about one-on-one classes. I host a lot of ladies enjoy, like a ladies' night out or whatever, and they'll bring me in and I'll teach a class. Everyone will sit down, bring their own makeup bags. We'll go through, I'll show them different techniques, and it's a lot of fun, especially when there's food involved.
It's true. And it's makeup is tricky. It's not, and I am not an expert. I do the bare basic. I can definitely take some tutorials from you, Jaie, because I need some help. And one of the things that I noticed too, that it takes a little bit of time, not a lot of time. It's just to be able to put in a little bit of an effort. For
Mhm.
us, um, makeup challenged, what would be one of the tips that you could recommend to us to be able to embellish lips, obviously, eyes and cheeks, and for us that love to hide our section, what would
Mhm.
you recommend?
I just recommend that number one, what you eat and what you drink matter clearly, because like I said earlier, what you put in comes out, right? And so, really good skincare, especially at night. The nightly routine is the most important to me. So, for example, you want to make sure that you understand your skin type and understand that when seasons change, our skin changes, right? So if we get, I know for myself, if I go outside in the summertime, it takes me 2 seconds and I'm bronze or I'm burning, you know what I mean? And so I
Mhm,
can't wear the same makeup I wore maybe in the winter time. And it shows. Again, with what you eat and what you drink matter. So making sure
mhm,
you have a good exfoliant for your skin. Make sure that you take the time to wash your face. If you wear makeup, never go to bed with makeup on your face. Always clean your
mhm,
face. Have a day of the week that is for your self care as far as your skin is concerned. Exfoliate, make sure you steam, have a great moisturizer, especially under the eyes, especially around any dry areas. And then in the morning, wash your face. A good primer is excellent. I just feel like we as women, we can look great. We don't have to be totally glam all the time to look fresh, right? So I think if you just have a really good primer for your day look, a great foundation that matches your skin tone, which I can help with, anyone with that. It's super simple. There is get a nice brow pencil that you can fill in. I can show you how to do that. And you can actually learn to do your makeup in like 10 minutes and be out the door. I don't have time to glam up every day. I don't. But if I know that I have something going on after work, I'll put on the basics and then as after 5, I may just enhance what I did by maybe changing my lip or something like that. But I do believe, speaking of lips, that ladies should have a beautiful red. Red changes the life of every look. I mean, it makes our teeth look whiter. It makes us look fresher. Even if we don't have anything else on, if you have a red lip, sometimes that changes the whole look. But moisturizer, a good primer, and your sleep routine has a huge impact on how your makeup is going to look and how it's going to last through the day. And I have some clients who in the very beginning, would have challenges with, like, say, their makeup lasting all day. I think when you put your makeup on at 5 a.m. or 6 a.m., you should not have to touch it up other than maybe a little bit on the lip before you go to bed and you're ready to wash it off. And there are tricks and things that I can show you to do that. And it's not hard. Another challenge that I know I've had or had some clients have is just being afraid of makeup. Some people are like, oh,
That
I don't want
that
to
is
put
one
on
of
that
the
much.
things, yeah, because the afraid part I can understand, speaking
Yeah,
for myself, is the mistake. You don't wanna look like a clown,
no,
because you don't know what you're doing. So that's why that's that's what I can say I am afraid of.
yeah.
And obviously, there are some techniques, and I'm so glad that you're sharing what you're sharing right now because
Yeah.
it makes complete sense, very basic, but I'm not too good of doing moisturizing myself. That's one of the I do wash my face, but
Mhm.
I definitely have to get on the moisturizing part of it. Absolutely.
Well, I can help you with that, and I can send you some ideas and some different things you can use. And one of the things that I'm not sure that they're in Canada, the stores, but Ulta here in Houston, Sephora here in Houston, have an opportunity where you can get a tester, a sample, before you invest in something you're not sure is going to work for you. And
That's
that
right.
is very important, even with foundation, even with whatever it is that you're trying to learn as far as your makeup is concerned, and you're not really sure, especially foundation, but your moisturizers and things like that, get those samples before you financially invest in something that may or may not work. You know what I mean? So I encourage that for sure. But never be afraid to try. Never be afraid. I mean, and practice does make perfect, but makeup isn't about perfection. It's about enhancement. It's about, you're already beautiful. I mean, and it just only gives you more confidence. It gives you more of, like I said, a polished look, which is super important, especially for pictures and whatever events you're doing, even if it's just going to work every day. So,
Well, next year you have to come to the gala Woman on Fire here in Canada, because I'm already nominating you to be
ah, thank
to be
you.
here for next year, hopefully. I
Yes.
wish I could have known you earlier, but that's okay. You guys are seeing right now on the screen. This is her Instagram page, which is incredible, and I'm seeing uh, woman of advanced and age, mature, let's say, looking incredible. How does it make you feel? Or one of the things that you probably get asked or get told quite often, maybe not, because the people are already following you, they know your work, that is impossible for you to make me look this gorgeous like you have on your website, and then you do your magic, you do your thing. And
Mhm.
I love the picture of that lady that is right in the middle here, which is at age, this lady
Yeah.
here, and she
Mhm.
looks amazing. What do you do at responses or comments saying, I don't think you could do this on me, and then they see it?
So I get that often. I get, oh, I don't want to look like I'm made up. I don't want to look casket ready. I don't want to look like a clown. I get all of that. And I understand. I do. I understand.
Right.
But once I do it, and they give me the allotment of time. So whenever I do a makeup session, it can take about an hour and a half to 2 hours, depending on what the occasion is and how
Hmm.
long they need to be made up, or what, if they're doing photos or whatever. And I just tell them just to trust the process. You have to trust the process. The lady in the middle with the glasses right there, that's my mom.
No way.
That's my
Wow.
mother. Yes. And she is over 70. And yeah, that's my mom.
Wow.
So, yeah. So I mean, it's possible. And was one of the hardest to do. She was like, listen, I know you like to wear all that makeup, and that's great, but don't have me out here. I said, Mom, trust me. And she did. And she was very happy. So yeah, it's a trust the process
Okay.
challenge, but it's not impossible. And once they see it, they're happy. And it's so funny because I've heard many hundreds of times, okay, so I need you to be here every morning to do my makeup, and I'm like, okay. But yeah, it makes me feel really good because, like I said, it is truly a ministry for me. I mean, to see women conquer that fear of, how am I going to look? Oh my gosh, I'm scared, to I'm so happy and I feel great. I feel like I can do anything. That is the goal ultimately for me. And I know, being of my age, like I said, I'm a grandmother. My son is 31 years old. So I'm a woman of age. And I think it's just important that we don't lose ourselves the older we get, that we feel confident and know that we're still beautiful no matter how we age. Aging is a beautiful thing, but we don't have to just succumb to that. We can still stay fresh and stay radiant and stay attractive. And that's the goal ultimately.
I see on the screen right now that you also work with men. Let's talk about that, because and I can understand when you are on television quite often, you probably need to clean up some of those blemishes. But
Mhm.
what does it feel, or what are the comments, and what guys think about getting on makeup?
They're not fans. The majority are not fans of it. I mean, just in the beginning, they're like, I don't want a lot of this. I don't want to look like that. That photograph I was doing with a client of mine who was doing a cover of a magazine, and he wanted to look polished. He wanted to look fresh, and he was like, I've got this blemish on my cheek. Can you help me? And of course,
Mhm.
I was able to give him a very airbrushed look, and they had minimal edits for his photographs as a result. And he was over the moon. He was so happy. So it sometimes, like even with Pastor John Gray during the show, I just use some translucent powder because he's a bald man with a beard, and being in front of those lights, you're going to see the shine and all that. You
Mhm.
know what I mean? So there was a need to, you know, cover that and make sure that he still looked like himself, but he was not, shining and looking like he was, it wasn't ready. And so, yeah, he was very happy.
I can imagine. What is your favorite to work with? Weddings, events, television, photo shoots. What's your favorite?
Honestly, I love them all, but if I had to categorize them, I probably would say like brand photo shoots. I do those as well. And it's just brand photo shoots in general, and weddings. I do love working with weddings. I like working with celebrities too. It can be a little challenging because sometimes celebrities, they have their time constraints may be a little bit off, and you want to make them just extra. I'm a person who likes to make sure that you are ready. You know what I mean? It's like, okay, I got 10 minutes and I need you to start from scratch. That's rough. But when you're doing like a wedding, or if you're doing like a photo shoot, I have the time to really just perfect the look. And I think that's like one of my favorite.
You're probably like me because you like to be perfect, and we're never going to be perfect because there's
No,
only one perfect, and that's Jesus Christ. But we
exactly.
like to make sure that we get as close as possible, and if it's not good enough, then you keep at it and keep working on. And obviously, the wedding, you have the time because obviously they have booked up an hour and a half for you to master your work, and so it's probably easier that way. And a photo shoot too, because they're revamping their website, their business card,
Yes.
things like that. So you have that long period of time as to something that has to be quick now because we're on, or it's shorter. So absolutely, I can understand that. I can
Oh
completely.
yeah.
Your work is incredible. I
Thank
love
you.
this. I love the shine. I love the eyes. I love the eyebrow. It is
Thank you.
incredible. You probably get tons and tons of praises and compliments, and people this come out and say, I can't believe you were able to do that on me.
Yeah, I do. I do. And my thing is just let me try. Let me just do it and prove to you that I can, you'll be happy with the end result. And I've not had any complaints. So I'm very in all the years. So I'm very, very blessed in that regard. And so yeah, it does take time to do, like you were saying, like for weddings or for photo shoots, the time allotment is very necessary. But also whenever I do one-on-one classes, or when I do classes for groups, I'm able to show, or how you can do your own makeup in 10 minutes, 15 minutes. Because I know how I am when, working, or if I've got something to do, I don't have time to spend an hour and a half doing my makeup. I need to be able to get in, get polished, get ready, and get out, right? And so I can demonstrate how to do that and what it takes to do that. And I've had some I've been very blessed with some really happy clients with the results. So
When it comes to product, do you have products that you favor, or products that you are perhaps affiliate to someone, to a certain product, or you just like to find out different things for you, for your own niche?
So I'm not an affiliate with any company just yet. However, because I've been blessed to work with so many different hues through the years. What I do is especially if a new product comes on the market, I will try it first. I will buy a product specifically for my makeup, right? My personal makeup. And then if I love it, then I will buy different ones for my clients. You know what I mean? I have some clients that are regulars and they have their stuff that work for them that they love, you know what I mean, that I have. So I do have some, I'm a fan of Fenty. I'm a fan of Laura Mercier. I love Danessa Myrick. She's one of my favorites. To be an affiliate with companies like those would be a dream come true. I've not done that yet. Been busy.
It's
But
is probably coming.
I
And
hope so.
if people are watching this, hello, we have somebody can review your product. So
Yes.
get in touch with this incredible lady. You
Uh,
do have also products on Amazon. I was looking at it, and I mean, probably the makeup could be added to this. Tell us, how did you get involved with those products?
So, regarding the skincare regimen that I listed on there, okay, so a few years ago, I found out that I had psoriasis in my scalp, right?
Oh.
And so I was wearing my hair, and I don't know if you noticed on my page that my hair was really short. I was wearing it really, really short. And the medicine that the doctor prescribed for me was topical and it was ruining my style. Okay. So I had to make a decision, and which is why my hair is locked now. But the psoriasis started to get in my like around my dry spots. I have combination skin and I started to notice the redness, right? And
Mhm.
so I've been working on my own formula of serums and cleansers. But in the meantime, the products that I've listed on my storefront are the products that I'm currently using for my skincare regimen. I don't have eczema. It is a form of psoriasis. It's not the type that sits off the skin, but it's
Mhm.
more so it's a flatter. I can't even describe how, you just have to see it, but it is starting to impact. And I don't know if it's aging or what. And I'm fine with aging, but we got to make sure we keep that together because I have to sell this face, right?
That's right.
And so the products that I use currently are what's shown on my storefront. And I got affiliated with Amazon by a friend of mine. She told me, she says she's there. I have a lot of people that are always asking me, how do you keep your skin together? I mean, you're over 50. Like, how do you do that? You know, you've had life challenges and things that have happened. You know, if life is lifing for everybody, but how do you do it? And I said, well, you
Mhm.
know what? I'll put it. She says you should put all your products that you use on your Amazon store. And so that's what I did. And I've had so many people hit me up saying, oh, thank you for telling me about this. Thank you about the True Vitamin C, or thank you for, the steamer. This is it's made a big difference in my skincare routine. So that's how it happened. I'm very grateful for it.
Good for you. I love it. You are such a go-getter, and I know that God is blessing you with so much more. Just keep at it. One of the things that we talked about is
Mhm.
not only that you're very busy, that you have your family. I also can't believe you have a 30-year-old person, because son, that you look 30 yourself, so that's
Yes.
incredible. Um, what are you considering doing for the future, whatever the future is? Because we don't know. We're definitely living the last days, but we always like to plan things a little bit as much as we
Mhm.
can, Christian. So what would you like to see accomplished yet in your life? Because it looks like everything has been done.
Well, like you were just saying, I mean, we're supposed to occupy until he comes, right? So we have to stay busy. But the future for me, some of the things that I want to accomplish is I would love to have my own skincare line. And I've been working on that here at home, but I've been doing a lot of beta testing and making sure that it's exactly what I want and what is necessary for my clients and future clients and customers. And so that's one of the things I've envisioned my uh end cap at Sephora, at Nordstrom. I have, and I do believe that God's gonna make that happen for me. I've also received some scripts for some local shows here in Houston, and so I'm considering that. I used to do some acting back when I was a child, stage plays and things like that, but that was a long time ago. And I've just been approached for to do some things like that, and I've done some modeling. So, I'm open. I really want all that God has for me. I do believe that He has brought me here for a reason, for a purpose. I do recognize that purpose changes. But that's my journey. Like, I just want to be the best me I can be. I want to be the best wife, best mom, best grandma, but best businesswoman that I can be, that is going to serve Him completely. And I know that with Him guiding my footsteps, I can do anything, whatever that is. One of the things that I always taught my daughter is that, and I have two kids actually. My daughter, I've always told her, and my son actually, that you can do anything you want to do, and you never know. Our plans are our plans, but God may change our plans, and those are the plans we should want, right? So that's just kind of where I sit. If I could do anything, I mean, to help anybody, skincare, makeup in any way, I'm open to that. So I just feel like all of it is purposeful, and I just want what God has for me. At the end of the day, that's it.
I can do all things through Christ who strengthen me. I believe
Amen.
that strongly as well. And if we're here to do anything and to be able to serve Him, I think that that is our job. That's what we're here called. We are being used as a vessel and
Yeah.
to bless others as well. And I think you're doing that incredibly, Jay. I am
Yeah.
so proud of you. I am
Thank
so
you.
happy that our brother connected us because I knew
Mhm.
that this was going to be special. I just didn't know how much. And I'm so honored to have you here with us and sharing so much that you've done throughout your career, throughout your life, and throughout your life as a servant, which is most important, most incredible. And I know that until he comes, you will continue to do more and more for his glory and to bless others. So I definitely see the product coming up. You're working hard, and I know that that could be definitely accomplished. And again, if you are watching this, everyone, and you would like to partner up for affiliate program, check out this incredible lady over here, this beautiful lady,
Thank you.
because it's worth it. You have lots and tons of followers. I was just like flabbergasted to see how many people reach out to you and follow you with your tips. And I think that that's gonna grow even more.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
Any last word, my sister?
Well, I just want to say thank you so much for having me on here. It's so nice to meet you finally, face to face. My prayer is that you just continue to do what you're doing. Just the fact that you invited me means the world to me, and I just want to say thank you.
Well, pleasure and honor is all mine. Don't go away. We'll talk behind the scene a little bit more.
Okay.
And for everyone that is watching today, I hope you enjoy it. Follow this lady. So many tips. I'm already following her, and get your information through her. And again, with the internet, you can always book an online consultation and tutorial, and hopefully I get to see you next year on Live with Woman on Fire, because you are definitely a woman on fire. And it's been a pleasure. And we'll see you with another guest soon, everyone. Bye bye.
Thank you.